let's get started. Oops. All right. So getting in the groove of groups. Whoops. Sorry. Um,
Set in the groove of groups.
yeah, groups. I have a special place in my heart for groups.
Okay.
Um, we used to run a lot at the Wellness Center, and one of my favorites was the cooking group. So we had someone, Efren, who ran the whole group. They would select a recipe the week before. They would write their own shopping list. They would go to the 99-cent store to emphasize this can be affordable. They would shop, they would come back and assign different tasks. They would cook and socialize, and then they would have lunch. And the best part is then they would invite the rest of the staff to come in and have lunch too. But it was a great learning experience and a good example of how groups can serve many purposes, education, socializing, and etc. Um, so our learning objectives for today are here we go. So you'll learn when you're working with people you've one for a while, you have to work a little bit. Students will identify the various activities related to the four support categories, and you'll learn techniques for resolving conflicts. So anyone can learn about group facility books. Today, we'd like you to get not only an durations of groups. So this is something important. I know it was in your handout, we'll talk about it later, is to like look at what stress is in your mind that prevents you from being present. So give it form, name it. And when you name it, it's easier to address. So if we're really stressed out, if we can address that, if we can kind of calm it down a little before we start a group, it's very important. And we'll go more into showing up and preparing as a facilitator later. So I love talking about my experience at the Wellness Center. I really loved working there. My other great story about groups is someone that we had super isolated, did not address hygiene, was very suspicious of other people. And so we kind of put our heads together, like, how can we get her to come to the Wellness Center? We didn't even almost want her to come to a group. We just wanted her to leave her home. So another staff member came up with the idea of writing invitations for people for this group. And they actually look like wedding invitations. They're beautiful, like little flowers and personal, like, "Dear Lisa, please join us. We want you to be here," type thing. And so as safe and kind of as small a step as we could for having her join a group. So she asked if I could be there too. And so we talked about it. So I would accompany her to the group and I would sit next to her. And then pretty soon, we just loved it. She said, "I think I can come by myself." And like, "You don't need to be here." So that was such a victory. We're so pleased. Um, and sure enough, then when she was coming out, hanging out with other people, she started, wearing clean clothes, kind of addressing some of the hygiene issues and getting to know other people. So the long story short is a few years later, she was like the mainstay of all the groups. And she would come to us with ideas like, "Let's have a board game group," or "Let's do this." So, you can see the magic happen. A lot of times we have challenges, which we'll address, but that was my favorite group story. Um, Okay, we did learning objectives. So let's talk about different kinds of groups. What kind of groups are there? So, groups are people who frequently gather. They meet at a specific time in a designated place. They have a feeling of camaraderie. It's an experience where a mutual trust and connection has been established. And again, and I've worked a lot with a lot of people, kind of coaching them on the idea is trust is something that's like slowly built. Just because someone is pleasant to you one time, maybe that, maybe you don't really know if they're trustworthy. So that's the beauty of, coming to the same group over time is you really build that bond and that rapport. So when they feel safe to use their voice, they're more likely to come to the group. And they work together to achieve a set of goals, like, picking a favorite meal to make. Everybody, it was really kind of cute. Like you'd go in with cooking group, they were in our conference room, and like someone would be chopping the carrots and somebody would be peeling the potatoes. And it was this little like happy, almost assembly line of people working together toward a common goal. Um, and again, they get together and there's so many types of groups we can have, like a sports game, card sharks, walking. We had grief, which we learned at the Wellness Center. We needed a trained clinician because it got really, really deep. And myself and my co-facilitator felt that we didn't actually have the proper training to support people go that deep. So fortunately, we had someone on staff, a therapist, who was able to join us and support us in that. Um, Also, as that space is safe, people help with the planning of the group and with the group's direction and the group's purpose. So, speaking of a safe space, one thing I realized I skipped was reading the guidelines. So I would like to go back to that. This is so important. There is a reason that we read them every time we meet. It's just to remind ourselves. So let's bring those up. Okay, hold on. And can we have, and Renee, I might need help seeing people who want to share.
No problem.
Can we have some readers starting with show up and be present?
I can read that.
All right, thank you.
Guidelines for our time together. Show up, be present. A, notice yourself. What are you thinking and feeling? B, pay deep attention to what is happening within you and around you. C, extend honor and respect by being visible. D, empower and inspire others by role modeling.
Thank you, Kara. Can we have another reader for pay attention to what has
I'll
heart
read
and
it. I'll read it.
great.
Pay attention to what has heart and meaning. A. Listen from the heart with an appreciation for one another. B. Speak one at a time. Honor and value who is speaking. C. Honor and use one another's pronouns. D. Please refrain from giving each other feedback unless it's requested, if you ask permission, or if it is especially part of the process. E. Pay attention to your attention. Notice what you're thinking when your mind wanders and what you do to bring yourself back.
Great, thank you. Another reader. Oh, Stocko, I saw your hand.
Yeah, Ryan's too.
Okay, and then Stocko, are
Okay,
you
I'll
there?
read.
Okay, and then Ryan, you're next,
Yes.
all right?
You guys hear me?
Yes.
Mm. Okay. Tell your truth without blame or judgment. A. Speak from the heart. B. Ask for clarification when needed. C. Ask for what you need or want. D. Choosing silence at any time is fine. E. Deal with what's so as it happens. When something happens that impact the whole, bring it forward to the group. F. Keep your keep yourself safe, whatever that means for you. G. Take breaks as needed.
Thank you. Ryan, would you
You're
read Be
welcome.
Open and Unattached to Outcomes?
Okay. Uh,
Here we go.
Okay, be open and unattached to outcomes. A, trust the process. B, if emotions are activated, please allow each person to have their experience. If tears come, let the person have them. Please don't attempt to calm, just listen. Additionally, we request that you make a commitment to confidentiality. Whatever is in this room stays in this room. Show.
Okay, I'm gonna stop there. So can we have everyone raise their hand to agree to confidentiality? Or you can do it electronically or, the
Absolutely. What's
old-fashioned
said
way.
here stays here.
Let's do it
Great.
Here, here.
electronically, Helen, so I can see the hands, please.
Okay, if you wouldn't mind, do it electronically, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Not a pops, pops, pops.
Okay. All right.
Betty, I can see your hand and I can see yours.
Betty is emailed me, Georgie, she's having issues with her camera.
My
Okay.
hand is up. My hand is up.
Oh,
Okay. Thanks, Betty.
great, Betty, thanks.
Welcome.
Got it. Thank
Okay.
you, everyone.
And then please honor one another in this process by keeping time agreements, especially start, end, and breaks.
Yep.
And I am going to add a little bit more about confidentiality. Just as a reminder to please give people the chance and the choice to tell their own story. They get to make that decision if they share it or not. Okay, so just want to be super clear. And I'm going to tell you another just funny story about me, and then then we'll actually get to the class. But we have a friend from work. So two families got together and we went to the animal park, and we're like, how the moms are there and the dads mix up and everything. So I was on the tram with the dad, Ryan, he said, my dream is to go back to Hawaii and take advantage of the Hawaiian Homelands Act. Now, there's like a 35-year waiting list. But anyway, so he told me this, and I thought, that is so happy. That is so wonderful. So then the group switched around and the moms were on, a tram or something. So I said to his wife, that's so exciting. Wouldn't that be lovely to go back to Hawaii? And she had not heard that plan. And I was just really, I felt really embarrassed and really like I had maybe overstepped a little. So just remember, even the happy stuff, people maybe don't want to share. Okay. So just a reminder on confidentiality. And that's especially so in groups, because sometimes the conversation will get kind of personal. The space will feel safe. So we may open up, which is the reason we have the group, but we may open up and share things that we don't want to go outside that group. Okay. So enough on that. Let's do our first activity, which is, so we're going to do it as a whole class, and it's called Turn Your Camera Off. So it is in your handouts. So everyone except for the facilitator and the class supporter should turn off their camera. The facilitator will then ask a series of questions one at a time. If a question applies to you, turn on your camera and a brief comment about that experience. If it doesn't apply, keep your camera off. Turning on your camera first does not indicate that you are a winner. Rather, it allows you to discover how many shared experiences you have with others. And so we're going to start with sort of suggested questions. If we run out, we'll come up with some more. Okay. So everyone needs to turn their camera off, please.
Green light.
Okay. Oops, I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Okay, so turn your camera on if you have ever met a famous person. Wow. This is going to be a short
Pretty
exercise.
cool.
Look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay, just because so many people had surprised me, I'm going to pivot here a little. Let's everybody turn our cameras off again, because the idea is to hopefully kind of trickle in a few at a time. All right. All right. Who has ever ridden a horse? Oh, cool. Oh
I
my
have.
gosh.
I have Betty.
We got some
Wow, look
experienced
at
people
that.
in the house.
Oh my God. You guys, a lot of times we get through all these questions and we still don't have this many cameras on. So you guys are active. Okay, how many people can speak more than one language? Okay.
Me, Betty.
Okay. Great, great. That's a wonderful skill, I think. Um, who has ever been on an airplane?
It's like
Me.
Simon Says. Simon Says.
Okay. I'm going to worry a little about this next one. Just kidding.
All right,
How
turn your
many
cameras off.
of
But
you
let
have?
everybody turn their cameras off. Hold on.
Oh, right.
Camera off. All right. There.
Okay.
Camera off.
Okay. Um, who has ever cooked a meal by themselves?
Ooh.
Betty.
Great, great. Okay. Um,
Cameras off.
yeah. All right. Yeah, so turn your camera off and we're gonna try again. Who has ever binge watched an entire season of a show in 1 or 2 days? That would be me. Okay. All right. Are you a Game of Thrones fan? Oh my gosh. You guys, I think one thing we're establishing with this class, this cohort, is you all have a lot in common. Oh, here's a fun one. Okay. That maybe will get less people, but who knows? Have you ever been an extra in a movie? Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Wow. Okay,
wanna
now
know
you
how you
can
do that.
just shout out the answer to this. Was that fun to be an extra?
Yes.
Yes and no.
I-
No.
Hello. Oh, okay. I have 2 more.
I got a link up
So
here. I want to know how to do that.
cameras off. Has anyone ever laughed out loud at an inappropriate time?
All the time.
Oh.
All the time.
Yes.
For me as a child, getting the giggles in church was kind of one of my really bad habits. Oh my gosh. My mother was like, okay. One
That's
more.
funny.
Yeah. How many of you, okay, let's turn our cameras off. This is our last one. How many of you have leaned on someone for support?
Oh,
Yeah, me. Oh,
lean on me.
yeah, yeah.
Lean
Okay, so
on
right away we established that we all have a lot in common. I mean, I haven't done a lot of those things that you have, but a lot of the class has done. So again, we don't know that till we ask, till we talk about it, till we share a little bit about ourselves, which I think is what groups are all about. So let's go back here. Oops. Oops. All right. So let's talk about the different types of groups. Okay. So there's would someone like to read the 4 types of groups, please?
The 4 types of groups: activity, social, recreational, support, education, and growth and self-improvement.
Great, thank you. Yes, so we talked a little bit about cooking. Then we had a music group. Also, I'm going to ask Renee to share her story about yiking, but also Renee was working with someone she talks about who found a dating group for people with Hep C. So you never know. I mean, something can be quite specific. So yes, Renee, would you please just tell us about yiking?
how
It
funny.
sounds so much fun.
Okay, yiking. All right. It was putting your yoga mat on your back, hiking up a little summit, getting on the top, doing some yoga, and then hiking back down. It was called yiking. That was pretty clever, I thought. And then also working with a member, I believe we did a test question or a vignette on him. He had Hep C and he was interested in dating. And so I was like, what do I do? You know, is that whole, what do we do in the beginning when we were doing psych rehab in the situation when they're having a request that they want to do something? So of course we go online and we found a dating site for, you know, people that have Hep C, and he was able to go out on a couple of dates, which was pretty cool. And then I have some other groups that I was in. I don't know if you want to do the next slide, the type of groups. Or,
Yes.
all right. So are we talking about naming groups here? So I'm obviously I'm into endurance sports. So the group on the left up on the top, that is Up and Running Again, from homeless to half marathon. If you're interested, I volunteer with the Long Beach Rescue Mission. We mentor someone, we help them and train them to do their first half marathon. The second picture, that's my group called Leftovers, a running group, and we always dress up for the holidays. The one to the far right, that's my triathlon team, Newport Coast Tri Team. I started my high school running team. I am an Elvi, world famous Elvi running group at the LA Marathon every year. We dress up and run 26.2 miles dressed up in our outfits. We got Jesus and Marilyn Monroe there. And then also my triathlon group, we do a floaty parade every year out in Corona del Mar, and we look like a fool, but we have so much fun. So those are some different types of groups and getting creative with, you know, your names and stuff. So there you go.
Great. Thank you, Renee. Yeah, I think sometimes looking like a fool can be together can be a really bonding experience. Spoken from experience. Okay, let's talk about a facilitator. Could we have someone read the definition of the facilitator here?
I'll read it. An individual that facilitates an action or process, making it simpler or more manageable. Facilitators aren't required to have all the answers to be experts on this topic at the time. Their role is to guide the group through the conversation. They help shift the energy when necessary and ensure that everyone has a chance to contribute to the discussion.
Right, great. Thank you so much. Yes. So it's really important to be, you know, neutral to the discussion and taking a pragmatic view of all points raised. Like, we never want someone to feel like they don't count. You know, everyone gets to be validated. So an example might be a recovery group with two opposing views. And another is people who accept that one has mental illness or not. So my role, the facilitator's role, is not to be the expert, but to facilitate the discussion, to make sure each opinion is heard. And put questions to the group when someone asks a question of the leader. Has anyone else had a similar situation? And then hopefully they can learn, the group members can learn to rely on each other. All right, let's talk about content and process. So could someone please read the content, the yellow box?
The specific words that are spoken.
Great, thank you. And could someone please read the process?
What insights do these words provide regarding the interpersonal relationships among the participants?
All right. So we pay attention to the topics being discussed by the group, and we are concentrating on the content. When we attempt to observe the dynamics of the group's communication, such as who's speaking, how often, and who they are talking to, we are examining the process, okay?
Okay.
Signs of effective group processing. Would someone else like to read that, please?
I'll do it.
Thank you.
Work together to address and resolve conflicts. Engage in respectful communication with one another. Appreciate the diverse values of group members. Members foster a spirit of collaboration among all members.
Great, great. Thank you. So what does an effective group look like? Everyone feels and takes accountability for success of the group. In other words, there's not one person who's any more important or the focus of the group than anyone else. And they see a relationship, the group sees a relationship between their efforts and the rewards they receive. Again, I'm going to go back to cooking. They plan it, they buy it, they work together, and then they end up with this great meal. And the group follows the guidelines set by them. And that's why it's so important to have the buy-in, because people remember it, and also they're their ideas. So we're all, I think it's human nature to follow something that we have buy-in for. So here are stages of group development. So the first one is forming. The group comes together and begins the process of getting to know one another. And that can come in many forms. You can put a poster if you work like in a wellness center or a public area with a lobby. You can put a poster up. You can also call people. I talked about like the personal addressed fancy invitation. So the group comes together. The second is called storming. I think it's a little dramatic sounding, but kind of the struggle for leadership and exploration of group dynamics. So I would actually maybe rephrase this to say the exploration of who is going to be the leader and what the dynamics will be. Then norming, eventually agreement is reached on how the group operates, kind of the maintenance phase. And performing, the group sharpens its skills and becomes effective in achieving meeting objectives. And then adjourning, the process of unforming the group, which involves the act of letting go and moving forward. And this can come in several forms. So it can be planned, like Lisa's group was 6 weeks, and they knew that in advance. Also, some groups we had sort of unformed and were had sort of offshoots. Like we started a book club. There was a like I said, a music group. There was it happened before I left, but they were talking about just even having a movie watching and then discussion group. So sometimes when a group ends, it can also evolve into something else. And a lot of that, I believe, comes from feeling comfortable initially, like establishing a group, whatever group, is a safe space.
All right, we have a hand up, Helen.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Hi, Ryan.
Yeah, hi. So if you wanted to have a group that involved, let's say, kind of like a public awareness effect, I'm thinking, well, how do I go about doing that, and who do I network with in terms with the county, city officials, permits?
Right, right. So that's a really good question. So one thing is you need to establish is where, so you can let, where it's going to be located, so you can, you can advertise that to people. And then, you can look at your normal communications, like at the Wellness Center, we sent out a monthly email, which I had mixed feelings about because not everyone had email. We also put posters up in the bathroom and on the front door. So we tried to catch people. We also made calls to people we thought would be interested. And another part of peer support, and that kind of goes with navigating and advocacy, but is developing relationships, you as a peer supporter, with other peer supporters or other agencies. So like maybe calling, the other mental health provider in Long Beach and saying, hey, we're having this group. Do you want to, here's what the criteria are. Please let your people know. So it's kind of, you can kind of get creative, you
Yeah,
know,
with,
like, pardon?
yeah, so like with one thing I wanted to add, if you wanted to do like a sales of like goods for like a vendor at an event, at a fair, grounds, church,
Mm-hmm.
do we need a license? Like say if we all cooked, I don't know, Nutter Butters.
Right, right. So that's sort of part of, that's like the footwork that goes in before you let people know about the group. Because this also happens with navigation. Like you need to know that this is okay before you tell people, hey, we're gonna cook Nutter Butters and sell them. Like you need to do the footwork on that.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you know, a lot of it is again going through your network and also using Google. But I always, always, always tell people when you use Google, consider the source. So you want to make sure it's a reliable source. It's just not some guy on the internet saying, hey, here are nut butters, right? Or butter, whatever they're called. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, do the footwork. And that's so important, I think, because a lot of people that we work with have had a lot of disappointment in their lives.
Of course.
So we don't want to add to that. We don't want to go, hey, there's this great idea. Oh, but by the way, we didn't get a permit.
Yeah, my best
You know
friend
what I mean?
on Google is AI now. Ask
Yeah. Oh
Gemini.
my gosh.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
a little scary. Yeah. I hate it when my phone knows more about what I'm thinking about than I do. That's really intimidating. But anyway, we digress. Nico.
Yes, if you don't mind, I just had a shameless plug. I work for Project Return and we have groups called Hey Peers. So if any of the people in the field wanted to start their own support group, I could help reach out to, someone to help you with that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, great, great. Thank you. Okay,
Thank you,
so
Nico.
here are some, and I thought I would let you know I'm not being antisocial. The reason I'm kind of shuffling through papers is we had a little bit of a schedule change. So I'm using Renee's slides with my, I'm using her slides. So I have to kind of shuffle around a little bit. So because we didn't want to change the slides on you last minute. Anyway, I don't normally do that. Okay, so creating a safe space. Who would like to read this?
I can do that.
All right, thanks, Polly.
Creating a safe space. Arrive 30 minutes early to center yourself. Leave distractions behind at the door. Set clear intentions for gathering. Maintain a consistent environment. Keeping the room the same is vital for a sense of comfort. The same way, excuse me. Encourage openness, allowing all emotions and truths to be expressed. Role model active listening to make participants feel valued and relaxed. Ensure the safe space is quiet, private, warm, and comfortable, promoting a pleasant, relaxing atmosphere.
Great, thank you. Thanks. Yes. So for instance, I turn off my emails during if I'm teaching because it's just too distracting and I don't want to be distracted. I want to be focused exactly on what's going on. And basically CAPS is a gigantic group, right? We gather together for a common purpose. We create a safe space. So yes, thank you. And let's see. So what is facilitation? A facilitator is a guide to help people move through a process together, not the seat as the sole source of wisdom and knowledge. So really important. Everyone is included. The facilitator is aware of how people are participating. The facilitator watches all communication, verbal and nonverbal. A lot of times, nonverbal can give us more information. When a person is not participating or excluding themselves, the facilitator can look their way and ask if they have something to add to the topic. But again, this is done in a very supportive, non-judgmental way. We don't want to say, hey there, Polly, you haven't said anything. What's up with you? We just want to say, hey, Polly, would you like to add anything? And obviously we respect the no. There could be a lot of reasons why they're not participating. They're shy, someone else is sharing a lot, they could be tired. A lot of us have different triggers. So do your best to include everyone, but including everyone to feel safe can also mean giving them the space to not participate. That sounds weird, but do you understand how that means? Okay. And the culture is the behavior and belief of a group, like a way of thinking. Okay. So, people come to the group because they get something out of it. Sometimes the group can get off topic. You can ask the group members if they would like to talk about something else. I mean, we're not, it's not set in stone. Remember, this is their group, so they get, they have agency and buy-in. When you set up your group guidelines, ask the group, what should we do if we notice we're getting off topic? Again, we all make these decisions, and that's what I love about guidelines and kind of rules, is it's very explicit. It tells us in advance and it applies equally to everyone. So that can help us feel safer. So yeah, we want the group to come to solutions together as a team, not as if we're the boss lowering the gavel. And then you can create a parking lot where you write down what someone has said. It doesn't pertain to the group, but you want to acknowledge what was heard. Like we're not talking about that today, but let's write it down and we can maybe, next time. So the facilitator begins the group, but the group members keep it going with their experiences and stories. The facilitator is not the know-it-all. The facilitator focuses on how people participate in the process of learning, planning, and sharing, not what gets achieved. The facilitator is neutral and doesn't take sides. And also the facilitator can be key in kind of changing the energy, bringing it back to within the guidelines and within the general purpose of the group. So now let's look at the 4 types of group, 4 roles. Oh, wait. Is this the next one? I'm sorry, I got a little lost. Okay. So here are some facilitator tasks. Again, I kind of went over this, but listen more than talk, be flexible, be a role model, be self-aware, pay attention to your triggers. If you're cranky, that's going to show. And I've had times where I've been cranky and, I think we just name it. Like, I'm sorry, I'm cranky. Would someone else like to kind of, add to this or be like co-facilitator? Show up prepared. So you need to be prepared for different roles and different subjects. So what you don't want to do is bring up something that embarrasses someone. You don't want to share another person's story or business without their permission. Very, very key. Because what we might think, like me with my husband's coworker, like I think that's the most fabulous idea ever. But even if it's a happy thing, they may not want to share it. And don't dominate the group and don't give advice. Okay, so those do's and don'ts. And here are roles of the group participants according to Dr. Yalom. So there's the help rejecting complainer, the silent participant, the narcissistic participant, the bored participant, and the monopolist. And I also want to just say that I'm not a big fan of labeling people. But so this is Dr. Yalom from the 1970s, but it is kind of descriptive. Often groups have people with someone who kind of wants to dominate it or someone who never talks. So this is generally the generalizations. And according to the School of Hard Knocks, the mandated participant or the drunk or using participant. So we kind of have to be ready for everything. And that's where being prepared and being flexible can help you. And this Dr. Yalom's work is the theory and practice of group psychotherapy. Again, pointing out that it's not very person-centered language. Okay. So tips for managing challenging behavior. So as a facilitator, we affect the weather in the room. You know, we can kind of shift the energy a bit through example, through guidance, you know, through some skill. So the first responsibility to the group as a whole is to the group as a whole. So if there's someone really disruptive, that needs to be addressed, and it should be addressed sooner rather than later, just in the moment. Take a breath and acknowledge. Be curious about what's prompting the difficult behavior. Use guidelines for giving feedback. Use your best active listening skills to kind of dig in there again to find out what's the source. And start your interventions at the lowest level of intensity possible and raise as behavior continues. And I think in all the times I've done groups, which is maybe 8 years, I think we only had to ask someone to leave 3 or 4 times. And it was just, the conversation was not appropriate. And the person was not willing to acknowledge that. I see Ryan has his hand up.
Yeah. Have you ever, has anyone, and even the instructors, have anybody had to, unfortunate to ask, police involved? People threatening in groups,
Yeah.
drunkenness, bad
Okay.
slurs.
Yeah.
How do you handle it?
Yeah. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a tangent. So just speaking for myself and where I've worked in the past, calling the police was the absolute last resort. It can exacerbate everything. I mean, obviously, you know, if it's a real emergency, we're going to call them, but it needs to be the choice of last resort. I can tell you more about that, but really getting back to groups. So trying to active listening, trying to address it, actually leaving the group and asking to speak to the person privately. And then again, I felt very lucky that I worked on a really close team. So by that time, if my team saw me leaving the group room with someone, they knew something was up. So that's where, you know, I love teams. Anyway, I see Renee has her hand up and is going to share
I
some great.
do. I just had a request, like if we can make those slides a little bit larger for the wording.
Okay.
And then also I have seen where a supervisor and a case manager got in a fight in front of a group. So let's try not to do that. But you know, they got in a fight. I guess it was a higher, like, hey, it was just really not good. So let's try not to, like Helen and I, that's us having a beef right now in front of you all. Like it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
So remember, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Thank you. Is that good? Is that
Thank
better?
you. Excellent. Did that help, Ryan? Was that
Yeah, that was especially the part where you're saying, you know what, we're gonna have to separate the two,
yeah.
go on timeout or something, take a breather, take a
Yeah.
breath.
And usually again, if you can be aware, and if you can kind of, my favorite comes from parenting, but one of my favorite phrases is nip it in the bud. Like if you can catch it early and start your intervention at the lowest level possible, hopefully. So that's not okay. And Stephen, I see your hand is up.
Yeah, could you just start the slideshow, please, rather than keep it on this page? It's at the bottom, right next to the minus sign.
Oh, okay.
So take
Helen,
up the whole screen.
Yes.
yeah, the presenter's view is showing, Helen.
Okay. So in that case, Renee, I'm gonna have to ask you to monitor the hands up and everything, okay?
No problem.
Renee? Okay,
No
thank
problem.
you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay. Whoops.
Perfect.
And then I'm just gonna have to scroll through. So pretty soon we'll be ready for our break.
I just wanted to say something too about just myself and
Yes,
having
yeah.
PTSD, like things that I've learned about myself over the years, like especially the last decade of sort of going from being in a dissociated state all the time to sort of being in my body and like mindful, right? And like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I do feel my temperature rising. I do feel, does
Yes.
it feel like when I'm activated, right? When I'm triggered. And so that's been really, really helpful for me, just to practice that awareness.
Right, exactly. And that's why like the second slide was, let's take inventory where we are right now. Like, how are you doing? What do you need to look out for? Um, so it's 9:50. We're going to take our first, well, it's 9:49. We're going to take our first break. Please come back at 10.
That went
And
fast.
then we'll do the discussing and processing breakout room that is also in your handouts.
Awesome.
Okay?
All right. So let's
So
come
we'll see
back
you
at
at 10.
10. All right.
Everyone. So I'm going to, as I said, I'm using Renee's slides, so mine are a little different. So I have one topic I'd like to cover, and then we'll put it in the handouts for you. Okay, and we've covered this, but this is just a little more specific. And it's the therapeutic factors. So Dr. Yalom, going back to him, the guy who named everyone, like the talker and the mandated, etc., outlines the principles that have been derived from self-reports from individuals who have benefited from groups. So one is groups instill hope. The group contains members at different stages of treatment. Seeing people who are coping or recovering gives hope to those at the beginning of the process. And again, don't panic. We're going to put this in handouts. Universality. I'm not the only one. Being part of a group of people who have the same experience helps see that they are going through is universal and they are not alone. I'm just going to repeat that they are not alone. Imparting information. Group members can help each other by sharing information. I, for instance, found out that if you break an axle on your car going over a pothole, you can send a bill to Caltrans and they will reimburse you. And I learned that in a group when we were talking about things that were making us angry this morning. And I was like, I have this broken car. What do I do? So you learn a lot. We all learn a lot from each other. Altruism. Group members can share their strengths and help others in the group, which can boost self-esteem and confidence. The idea of the best gift is giving others. Developing socialization techniques, like practicing in a safe space, conversation with Lisa, like how you want to present yourself, all those things you can practice in group. Modeling behavior. Individuals can model the behavior of other members of the group and imitate the behavior that they relate to. So if I notice the person I think is kind of cool and interesting and they never interrupt people, I'm like, maybe there's something there for me to learn. Interpersonal learning. By teaching with other people and receiving feedback, members of the group can gain a greater understanding of themselves. And group cohesiveness, because the group is united in a common goal, members gain a sense of belonging and acceptance. Again, we're all in this together and acceptance is key. Catharsis, sharing feelings and experiences with a group of people can help relieve pain, guilt, or stress. And I know catharsis is the sort of, technical term and the proper term, but I also can call this venting. I mean, we also would have people just vent. And within certain confines that worked well. And then existential factors. While working within a group offers support and guidance, group therapy helps members realize they are responsible for their own lives, actions, and choices. And they can experience this as they grow in the group, but they can also hear other people's experiences with that. So here we go. Now we are going to go back to okay. So we're not going to have that up. We're going to go to our second breakout room, which is in your handouts. It's called Discussion and Processing. And the topic is healthy relationships. So what we'll do, and Renee can step in here too, we're going to divide you into groups of 6 for quite a long time. I'd say, Renee, like maybe 45 minutes. Does that sound good? And facilitators will, so the group will pick a facilitator. Facilitators will lead a conversation with group members about healthy relationship using the following questions. Also, as the facilitator, feel free to rearrange these questions or choose not to use them at all. You can use your own. You can create your own content on healthy relationships. Participation is at your discretion, as always. You can decide on the order of speakers, who goes first or next, or whether everyone should respond to the question like in a sequential manner. And again, as with all groups, the basis of safety is confidentiality, okay? And then what I think we'll do is have, Renee, how long before they switch facilitators?
So everyone will take turns.
Okay.
Actually, we're going to take turns 10 minutes each facilitating.
Okay, so then we'll be in there for an hour.
Yeah, so 10 minutes each, and then you decide when you want to take your 10-minute break. So basically, it's you all going to be presenting like Helen and I are presenting to you. So, you know, just like if you were in a real group, how would you have it roll?
And then,
so an hour.
And then during the groups, Renee and I will just pop in to say hello, to see if there are any questions. We're not spying on you. We just want to know how everything's going.
So
Okay.
I got health relationships, but then I got nothing after that. When we have subgroups that we're talking about.
Yes, so you'll have groups of 6, and each of the 6 people will take a turn being a facilitator, and the topic will be healthy relationships. However, and you can use do you have the sample questions, Doug?
No.
Oh, okay. Maybe we can.
That was my questions, the health, sample questions.
Okay.
But
okay, so Renee and I can figure that out and
I can get the
back
gist
to
of
you.
it. No, I'm sure I can get the gist of it once it starts going.
Someone will have
Okay.
it.
Wait, so we'll be in there for an hour?
Yes. So
Okay,
10 minutes
hour.
each facilitating. Okay, and wait, I was gonna say one more. And again, to point out that you don't have to use these questions. If you have a topic, you know, that you would rather have, you can ask questions regarding that.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just, so we have these questions. So one facilitator may, during their time, ask some of those questions, and another, when it's a change, the facilitator might ask different questions?
Yes.
Sure, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And typically my experience in, you know, having people do this is no one gets through the first 8 questions in 10 minutes. You can, but that would be a speed group.
And I'll go first, I guess, in our group because I don't have any of them. So I'll just use my own, I guess.
Okay, and your group, and again, the point of group and cooperation, like other people in your group will have those questions. So if
Yeah,
you want to, you can ask for those.
This is the writing prompts, right? Writing prompts?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is discussion and processing.
Oh, okay.
I want to help poor Doug.
Here we go. I have the handout.
Okay, and I see Latte has her hand up.
I could put it in the chat.
Oh, sorry. I have a question.
Let me put it in the chat.
Go ahead.
So we find the sample questions is where we click the I on the student portal, right? Where we click on the I for the questions. That's where we find it.
Yeah, and the handouts, under handouts.
Okay, we click on the I. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and I also dropped it in the chat for you all, so we could.
Okay. Okay, so you're set, Haley. Latte, do you still have a question?
Oh, no, it was answered. Thank you. I will lower my hand. Sorry.
Okay,
Oh,
no
okay.
problem. Just want to make sure we get everyone. Okay, I think we're set. Do we have rooms set up, Renee?
Yes, we do. All right.
Wonderful. The Regal Renee set them up. Thank you. So let's go.
All right. Oops.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Everyone, let's go to your rooms.
I hope you enjoyed your break because we're about to go into new breakout room. So this exercise is going to be the writing prompts. And let me bring it up onto the screen. Here we go. Whoops. And it's in your handouts. So it was in the handouts for this. Okay. So here we go, group facilitation writing prompts. So the facilitator of this activity should make sure each participant either has a pencil and paper, a notepad, or their computer. So you're going to be writing for 5 minutes. Once you confirm that everyone's prepared, each group will select one of the chosen topics. So it's a little confusing, like there are 5 topics and 5 groups, but you can, if all 5 groups choose the same topic, that's fine. So the topics here are time capsule. You have to put 10 items in a time capsule that your older self will open in 5 years. What items do you put inside and why? Write about the importance of these items and what you hope your future self feels, gains, or is reminded of when opening. The second is the pandemic and me. Write about the ways your life has changed since the beginning of the pandemic. Have they improved? Have you gained something? Have you lost anything? Are you excited about the possibilities of things opening? Or do you feel we should be more cautious? And that's a little dated question. But this free write asks you, do not compare your life to others or repeat the opinions of specialists, but instead look to the personal impact on you the circumstances of our world have had on your life and your feelings toward it. And then something new for this prompt, write about something new in your life, whether it be a relationship, a romantic or platonic, a new possession, a change in attitude, a job, a new skill. Have you had any experience with it in the past, and are others supportive of this new thing? Then the week, write about how the week has been going so far. Recognize that we are right in the middle of it and what your hopes for the remaining 2 days are. Is there something you are looking forward to? Is something you're counting on down the minutes for? Was there anything that occurred that you wish you could change, or possibly you'd like to relive? Consider Monday through Friday as the week. And that's just a suggestion. Whatever you define as your week is fine, I think. Memory, write about a time when you felt happy, the kind of happiness that makes you warm and fuzzy. Why did you feel that way? Were you able to share that feeling with someone else? What makes this memory so special? Have you felt this way at any other point in? Wow. In your life, is there anything to learn from that moment? What do you think it was? All right. So, Renee, let's go to our breakout rooms. We're going to have 5 rooms, so there'll be 6 or 7 people in each room. The first 5 minutes, you write your answer to the time capsule, and approximately 5 minutes per person, or 4 or 5 minutes per person, depending if you have 6 or 7. So you'll be out for 35 minutes. Okay. Please come and ask us with any questions or, anything you'd like.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm sorry. So everybody in our group is going to each write for 5 minutes about the same thing?
Yes.
Okay. And
So
then
you
we'll
as a
figure out what it is when we get into our groups?
Yes. So you
Okay.
as a group will choose that, and then you'll
Okay.
choose how you want to share back, but we want to make sure everyone has the right, has equal time, fair time. That makes sense?
But everyone does the time capsule.
Yeah, no, everyone you can choose.
Oh, okay.
Time capsule, the pandemic, something new.
Oh, I see.
The
Okay.
week, or memory. So
Okay.
just each group gets to choose on their own. All right? Is that
Okay.
clear? Any
Hey,
other
Helen.
questions? Yes.
Yeah. Where do we find these prompts at? I'm on the student portal and I'm going
Okay.
to
Okay.
It's okay. Are you on the syllabus?
Yep.
Okay, so
Yes.
look to the left on the syllabus under group facilitation. There's a little circle with an I in
Got
it.
it.
It's black.
Yep.
And you'll
so
find all
there's-
the handouts in there. You got it?
Yep, I got that.
Cool. And then
what is this one called? I've got
this one's called the writing
exercise.
prompts. Hold on. It's
Right.
I know.
Group
It's the
exercise
group
writing prompt.
facilitation group exercise writing prompts.
Yeah.
See it?
I just see group exercise writing prompts.
Okay, that should be it. And it's
Okay.
on the screen. Can you see on the screen right
Thank
now?
you.
That's kind of what it is. Okay.
It's just difficult for me to,
Yeah.
it's difficult for me to see it sometimes. So I just didn't
Yeah,
know
no
which one it
worries.
was because there were so many listed. So
No problem. I put it
thank you
in the
very much,
chat
guys.
for you too.
That was my only question.
Yeah, no problem.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. Maggie, and then Jessica. Maggie, what's up?
Do we have to write for every single one, or we just pick a topic and write on that?
Just pick one topic in your group. You all write the same thing and you choose it. Okay.
Perfect.
Great.
Thank you so much for clarification.
Oh, you're welcome. Jessica.
I'm sorry, I think I was confused on that. So I think we have like 35 minutes, but we're taking 5 minutes to read the prompt. I wasn't.
Yes, well, you're taking 5 minutes to read and write about the prompt, and then basically you're taking 30 minutes, which is approximately 5 minutes per person, to share your writing with the group.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, everybody got it? Feel free to ask if you don't. Okay, so I think we're set to go into, I lost my notes, 5 rooms. Renee.
Are we gonna have the same group members as the first one?
No, we try, it's randomly picked by Zoom, so usually not. Okay, here we go. It's like with Harry Potter, go to your rooms, disappear, and then come back.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't get a breakout room
Oh,
option.
okay. Haley, let me take care of that. Let me find a room that could use another person.
You know what? There's 7 per room. It turned out to be.
Oh, wow.
So we should
Okay.
Okay, I got one. Thank you.
maybe add 5 minutes or
Let's check in. Yeah. Well, we're coming up on my all-time favorite, which well, first of all, we're having a break for 10 minutes, so we'll come back at 12:15. And then we go to decide on your own group. So you can think about it during the break, although really the break
Decide
is
on
to
your
take
own
care of
group.
yourself. Pardon me?
Decide on your own group. What do you mean?
Yeah, just decide on your own group. So we're going to break into groups of 4 people. You're going to decide the type of group, the group name, the group rules. You're going to focus on teamwork, listening skills, bonding, and self-awareness. And then you're going to choose a facilitator. And we'll talk about it more when you come back because there is a big choice. It's up to the group if you want to rotate facilitators or just have one. And again, all this is designed to have you practice real time in groups. Maria, I see your hand up. Maria, are you there? You're on mute. Oh,
I'm
right.
sorry.
Okay, no problem.
What does it mean when you have a little triangle with the little eye and it's red for your camera?
I don't know. Hold on. Let's send everyone to
Sorry.
break and then maybe Renee and I can talk to you during the break, okay?
Sorry.
So, no problem at all. I just want to be able to concentrate. So everyone, please come back at 12:15. Okay, our last breakout room. Hopefully every time we're getting more practice and building more skills and, exploring more. So
Skills,
again,
they're
pardon?
multiplying.
Yeah, hopefully. So we're going to break you into groups of 4, and you, as a group, everything is decided as a group. What type of group, what your group name is, what the ground rules and guidelines are. You're going to focus on teamwork, listening, bonding, and self-awareness. And the group as a whole can choose if you want to switch facilitators, if you want one, so that, just goes along with the self-determination, like the group decides. So we're going to be there for 30 minutes.
So quick question.
Yes, please.
Okay, when you say type of groups, are you saying like it's going to be a social recreational group, an education group? Is that the kind of group you're talking about?
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. Each of the 4 types.
Okay.
Or you can get creative, there are lots of different types. So I would say just, as a group, find something that you all agree on.
Kind of like yiking. I know that's a little different, but see how creative that was? Like think of something out of the box.
Right. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Okay. So we're going to send you out a couple people.
To talk to a couple people.
Okay. So I get to share. So how was that?
It was cool. It felt like I was running my own facility.
It was awesome. I thought so. I liked it. Everyone's so awesome.
It was really, really good. We got to learn about each
I was impressed.
Be open to one another.
It was really lovely.
Wonderful. That's no.
I haven't met a person I don't like yet. So this has been fantastic.
We started
good.
we started
So
a new
glad-
nonprofit while we were in that room.
Yep.
Oh, good. Wonderful. That's where things happen. Hey, listen, so quickly, let's go around and everyone, just one person from the group, tell us the name of your group. The name and the, type of group. Okay, Maria.
Okay. I know I never talk when it comes to like, obviously right here when it's all of us together, but my crew, the name of the group was Caps Crew. And the topic, or whatever we were talking about, is about self-love. So yeah, it was freaking awesome.
Good, thanks. Anyone else? Oh, Ryan. Oh, sorry, I'll go by hands. Ryan?
Hi. We were calling ourselves the Plushies Anonymous. And bring your favorite plushie to the barbecue pit. Yeah.
I love it. Very nice. Good. I see Maggie.
Hi. So it will be for us the healthy boundaries. And we were discussing healthy relationships today. We kind of continued on.
Great. Yeah, I'm a believer that you can never talk about that too much. So yay.
Right?
Okay, David.
Yeah, so in my group, we all expressed an interest in writing in some way or form. So we called ourselves the Writing Circle. And basically in this group, we would just empower others to find growth and strength and share support through creative outlets.
Wonderful. Great. Thank you. Hey, Nico.
Hi, so for our group, we created the Young Heroes group. We did something a little bit different, but we essentially created like a nonprofit and like things that we would love to do, like to support youth who are in foster care or system impacted.
Wow, wonderful. Okay. You guys, all these ideas just give me so much hope and yay. Okay, Jesse.
So the group decided to title our group Caps Army. That's why I smiled when I heard Caps Crew. So our group, the type of group was CBTs, cognitive behavior therapy group based on defeated mindsets.
Wonderful. Great, great. Okay, Stucco, Marquise.
Hey, so we had a few names for our group. We had the Explosion by Latte. I had Willing, then Stephanie's. I forgot Stephanie and Bernie's group name. But we have four different group names, and we spoke on water and healing. So we had our group was like doing aerobics or something that was connected with the water and meditating.
Great, wonderful. Yeah, yeah, water is healing all around. Kara.
Hi. So you know what, you guys, did we come up with a name? I feel like we were really talking about concept a lot more about like what, it was like emotional support group, basically, that, I don't know, I was sort of, we didn't really settle on an age, but I was thinking for seniors, it would be really, or geared towards older people to get out and do something. And like maybe once a month or maybe more than that, you meet to try a new sport, like, but something really inclusive like pickleball or I don't know, something like that. So anyway,
Great, wonderful. I
we
just
really
love
enjoyed
all,
talking about it though.
We talked about
yeah,
one
yeah.
name. It was Pure Radiance.
Oh, that's
Oh
right.
my gosh, I love that. That's great.
There we
Well,
go. Thank you, Jonathan. I forgot that.
as a person approaching that senior status,
Same,
I was just
same.
talking to someone this weekend, and for seniors, they say that loneliness, like
Yep.
isolation, is the new smoking.
Yeah,
Like it's so
absolutely.
bad for you. It can be equivalent to smoking. So
Yep. And even just like,
anyway,
yeah, going and doing, just getting, and that like cognitive, just from talking to people, just from having company too.
right, just exercise your brain. I mean, not necessarily like some people do, like puzzles or whatever, but I think social,
Yeah.
just the interaction back and forth unplanned is really, really good for your brain.
As a
So
stimulant,
anyway, pardon? Someone said something?
stimulating the brain, the stimulation.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Jonathan, I see your hand is up.
Yeah, I just wanted to share a fun idea we had because we were like, well, what if people like have a problem with our activities? So we're just gonna fill a room with ideas and balloons, and then when we get there, we'll pop a balloon, whatever activity's there, our group is gonna go do that. So that it's just kind of up to fate. It was just kind of a fun way to do things.
Oh, that's a great idea. I love all the creativity. Oh my gosh. And there's like almost no overlap, which is so cool. Just the variety and the creativity. So wonderful, wonderful. Makes me so happy. Um, so anyway, this is the end of our groups, and hopefully you're feeling good. There's some good, handouts, and just keep in touch. And tomorrow will be trauma-informed care and the role of consumers and families. So you're in for some really great work tomorrow as well. So thanks so much. Go have a really good day. And there are a couple of students I wanted to talk to after class. So if we've talked about that, please stay. And otherwise, you'll see Renee and Carlos tomorrow. Thank you.
ma'am.
Thanks so much.
Have a
Take
great
care,
day.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Helen.
Bye,
Thank you so
everyone.
much.
Thank you.
Oh,
Have a
Helen.
good
you. Bye,
day.
everybody.
Thanks for a great class.
Yes.
I sent you an email about setting up a meeting. Did you get it?
Okay, who's
Thank
this
you,
Have a
bye.
talking?
good day, guys.
Haley.
Oh, Haley, yes. Okay, yeah. So Haley,
Marquise.
can I email you like right after, like in 5 minutes?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. Because yeah, we need to do our one-on-one. That'd be great. Maria has her hand up.
Bye.
Well,
Have a good
And
bye
day.
Amira
So I have a question.
Kayani.
So,
Yeah. Go ahead.
for the makeup assignments, remember you told
Mm-hmm.
me to talk to you tomorrow if
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
I was in class yesterday, but I had some something happened and I had to leave, and
I went ahead and
Okay.
I went ahead and put your makeup assignment in the student portal for you, Maria.
Okay, cool.
Okay, just check it out. It should be in there and I'll double check, okay?
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you
Hey, I love that smile. Woo, look at that
I know.
Thank you, Renee.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much, Renee.
You're welcome.
Okay, any other questions or, you know, reach out to your student supporter if it's about, you know, and we can pass any questions you might have. So thank you. Yeah. Was someone going to say something? I just can't see.
Oh, sorry. So for the self-disclosure day, I missed that class, and so there was an assignment where I could meet with someone and update a success or
Yes.
share a 5-minute success
Okay.
story in my recovery. I was wondering if that would be with you, or
So, Evie, I
because it
think it
says
would be with me because I'm your student supporter. So are you available today, like maybe around 4 o'clock? Or would you like
Yes.
more time to think about, oh, yes, okay.
And
So
that's
and what I'll do is I'll send you a Zoom link and we'll aim for 4 o'clock this afternoon, okay?
okay. And then I
Okay,
also
great.
had one more thing.
Sure.
Do I remember what it was? Wait, okay. I'm gonna stay in the room if I remember. But
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, Andrew, do you have a question?
No, but I am suffering from the, let's see, I don't know. I don't know some of those now. Let's see, so I have a overdue assignment. I'm not sure exactly what I'm to do. I'm not sure exactly what the assignment looks like. Let's see. I have to open it up. It was for, let's see, last week. Self-disclosure, the workplace assignment, I believe.
Okay.
So I'm not sure exactly what part of it I was to do.
Okay, I can't find my list right now, but I'm gonna have you
Or what I missed.
reach out to your student
Oh, that's
supporter.
me. Hi.
Okay.
I think that's me, Andrew. Do you have time? I could do a phone call because we need to do a check-in too. I wanted to talk to you about registration for the state exam. Do you have time later?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I also need to do that too. I had it up, at one point, but I did exit out of that. So I'm going to go through the emails again and see if I can find it again.
Okay, it was for self-disclosure in the workplace, right?
Yes. Self-disclosure workplace assignment.
Okay, yeah. So, was that given to you? Yeah, that was given to you. You had a question about it, you said?
I'm not sure exactly what the assignment is. I filled out a
I got what
part
you're
of
saying.
it. I
Okay,
do
did you
believe.
do your part with the
Assignment.
stigma? Just filling out what stigma was?
I believe I did that.
Okay. Would it be
I
helpful
defined
if
what
I give you
stigma was,
would
yeah.
it be helpful if I give you a phone call?
Sure.
Is that okay?
Okay,
Perhaps not, actually.
What was that?
So I defined what stigma was, and I turned the assignment in.
You
but
turned it in?
I did.
Okay.
And
Let me
then,
see.
well, not right now, actually, no. I just mean before this was the previous time. But I suppose it wasn't saved because I don't see it now anymore. And also,
Let me take a look.
oh, gee.
I see it in here. You did turn it in. I have it.
Why is it on my side not looking like it is? That's really interesting.
Okay, hold on. Let me see really quick. Because I don't see on the missing assignments. Hold on really quick. Ah, I see.
So
I
easy.
see.
Yeah, just a sec. Just a sec, Evie, hang in there.
Okay, I see
Sorry.
that you did. I see that you did turn it in. So I'll have to fix that on my end, okay?
And
I'll give you
Renee,
a
I
call.
wonder, should we split into
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the
I'll
two
go in another room with you.
conversations?
How about this? I'm gonna go in a room with you, Andrew, okay? Sorry about that.
Oh, sure.
I'll figure this out.
I-
All right, hold on. Let me get us a room.
Okay, and Evie, you stay here and we're
Yeah.
gonna talk. Okay.
We'll break up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. No, I create a room. Hold on. Okay, here we go. All right, Andrew, I'll see you there.
So Andrew, yeah, if you see the invitation, click on it and that'll get you in the room. Yeah,
I
Evie?
okay, so the other I remembered I also need to do the one-on-one meeting thing.
Right, right.
Is that for
So
the exam? Is that what that's for?
yes. Well, what we do is we talk about the exam, like we don't want people to get too wrapped up in it until they finish class. But one thing you'll need to do is to get your diploma, like just a picture of a diploma or a picture of a
Right.
transcript. And the reason you need that is, and I'll send you the link, you need to go on the Cal Mesa website. And you need to set an account and you'll go through about 5 or 6 steps to register to take the state exam. Does that make sense? So the only thing you need to do like in advance for that is make sure you can get access to your diploma or your transcript. And if that's a problem, let us know. And we have a link and there's a place, and I think it costs like $6, but we can connect you. So if you can't find it, don't panic. Just let me know and then we'll connect you with another resource.
Yeah, I think I would love that link if it's
Okay.
available
Okay.
anywhere.
Link. Okay, to transcript. I have to write everything down. Old
No,
age takes a toll on your brain. Okay, link to transcript. At 4, we're going to meet on Zoom to kind of do the self-disclosure. And then this almost counts as a 1-on-1. Usually it's literally 5 or 10 minutes. So if you're okay, we can count this as that.
Oh, okay.
And if you have time, I don't want to break into your lunch or anything. But basically it's to check and see if you have any, questions or concerns. I looked up and it looks like you're caught up with your homework, which is great. And I get to brag because I'm the newest staff member. But CAPS has a 98% passage rate for the state exam. So if you're in class, if you're engaged, you're doing your homework, you should be fine. The last on graduation day, which is a week from tomorrow, which is who knows what day, the 25th, a Thursday, or a week anyway, next Thursday, you have graduation. But before that, we have a really good exam prep class. And it's just like our other classes, like there are slides and you can keep the slides and it just goes step by step to registering for the exam.
Do I have to sign up for that one, or
Pardon me?
do I have to sign up for that class, or will we?
No, it's just part of our regular classes, but you do have to sign up just to take the exam. And the one thing I would tell you too, some people get confused, so do not spend your own money. Like at one point, you'll get to a place where they ask for payment. And at that point, you take a screenshot when they're asking for the money and you send it to Georgie and she will send you the code.
Lovely. Okay.
Does that make sense? Yeah. Oh, I know. We had someone a couple cohorts ago who paid and he couldn't get his money back. It was really okay, so any questions you have or anything, please feel free. Nothing too big or too small to ask. We're gonna meet at Zoom and then I'm gonna get you a link to the transcript resource. And I'll also give you a link to it's called the Cal Mesa website, but because it's California Mesa
Oh,
Mental Health Services.
I got that
Yeah.
link. I got that one.
Oh, okay, good. So you got that. Yeah, so it sounds like you're on your way. How are you liking class?
I
Oops, I
love
think you're
it. I was a little
frozen.
concerned at first. Oh, better.
Go ahead.
I love it. At first, I was a little concerned because it's pretty abstract, and I'm like, kind of seems like there can be multiple right answers sometimes. But after hearing the 98% success rate, I am pretty confident. Yeah, I got the gist of it.
Yeah. Good. And there's sort of a formula for going through when you're taking the exam, or actually when you're doing peer support work, which is it peer-centered? It's called PICS. So is it peer-centered? Is it inclusive? Is it collaborative? And is it strength-based? So if you run the question by that, it should help make clear which is the correct answer. Like, just for instance, a member comes in and they're feeling sad, so they want you to go out and buy them a Coke. Or they're coming in, they're feeling sad, and maybe the two of you go together to get the Coke. So which one is more person-centered? It would be together. The other thing is do with and not for. Okay, so we're trying to get people to develop their skills. So, and Renee is really good on that. She's got a couple more classes coming up, and she'll really drive that home. And on that website is also an exam preparation guide, and it's super great because it has sample quiz questions, but then it has the answers, but even better, then it has what's called the rationale. So it tells you why that's the best answer. So you can kind of learn their thinking.
Cute. Yeah, a
Yeah,
few
yeah.
Haley and a few of the other students and I, we actually we studied a little bit of that the other day together.
Oh, good. Yeah. It's a great resource because if you can go through there and understand all those questions, because they have a few for each competency. And so it'll show you what you don't understand or what you do, and then you just study that. And, it's a great guide.
They do have a few trick questions in there, but I
Yeah. Yeah. But I would also guide you to not overthink. So just take a breath. Is it person-centered? Is it inclusive, collaborative, and strength-based? Wait, and I was going to say something about that, but yeah, and just doing with, not doing for. It's the big thing. And I know what I was going to say is sometimes there are trick words, you advise the person, and that's not actually what we do. We more bring up questions and explore with them. I'm not going to advise you, I think you'd better to take this, you'd be better to take this job. I would say to you as a peer, what job speaks to you? What job do you think you'll be successful? So again, it's not telling them. So there are certain words sometimes like advise, or
it's like
I don't know
joining
what else. Yeah. So yeah. Great. So I'll talk to you more at 4. And I'll send you a Zoom link, and don't panic. Sometimes I'm a little, wait, I don't even know what today is. Okay, okay, perfect. So let me write this down.
And if for some
And
reason
I'll send you this. Yeah.
I could do another day too, but I'll
Okay.
be ready
Well,
today also.
okay, if you're ready today, let's do it. And then, we can have that done and get to know each other a little better, which is nice. Okay. So good. So we'll
Sad I
see you
missed
at
that.
4. Pardon?
I said I was kind of sad I missed that day because it seemed like an incredible,
Yeah.
but
It's intense because, people really share their stories. And I think because we try and be pretty strict about confidentiality, that hopefully people feel safe. And the other thing is, we never force people. It's only what people feel comfortable sharing. So, yeah. And we don't record it again because of confidentiality. So it's not it's the only one you can't make up.
I
But
see.
anyway, yeah. Okay, well, listen, I'll talk to you in a few hours
Okay, thank you.
at 4. Okay, take care. Bye-bye. Let me see.